Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. What is good? Dilly. Oh, it's Friday. We all got jobs. We got some streaming to do. We got some sports to talk. We got some breakdowns to do. Check it out. All right. Today we are going to be discussing how fantasy friendly the New York Jets are. Before we get into that, make sure that you guys go ahead and share this live, share this stream, share this upload, share this clip, share this video right here. Make sure that if you're watching on YouTube, you spike the like, you comment, you subscribe to the channel, support us. And like I said, for sure though, share it, spread the word. There's nothing more that you could do to help the Rum Boys Fantasy Sports Network than to just get it out there, get the word out there, and get it shared. We're working towards a takeover. We're working towards it. And then finally, if you are a fan of a specific team, specific region, specific area, you're in that area, let us know. If you're interested in maybe writing for your team, if you're interested in maybe producing content for your stream. Of course, your content got to be up there. You got to be knowledgeable in order to become a Rum Boy. But we are looking, to fulfill, certain divisions, certain things like that. We already got Rum Boys Northeast. Shout out to Rum Boys Northeast. Butchers Block and Patriots Talk came on board. We already got Rum Boys Central. Shout out to the homie JD. You guys have seen some of their stuff. Okay. But aside from that, though, like I said, make sure that you guys share this video. Let's dive right in. Thank you guys for joining us. Rum Boys Fantasy Sports Network, the official fantasy sports talk show of the Talk Sports Media. Talkcast Sports Network. Let's go. I had to shout out Talkcast Network. So, getting into how fantasy friendly the Jets are. Let's begin. Headed by this man, the coach Adam Gase. I had to toss in the Gase face. Nothing wrong with a little bit of Gase face just to start off. Y'all know. So right now, the Jets are kind of like that for me. They have a lot that they need to get done. They have a lot they need to get done. They need to figure out offensively. Let's go ahead and start off at the running back position. Because more likely you're going to go out and you're going to probably draft a running back first. Believe in something, even if it means screwing over everyone who drafted you in fantasy. Just hold it. Hold out Bell. Le'Veon Bell is now a New York Jet, ladies and gentlemen. He did report to OTAs to minicamp Tuesday, right? And when he reported, there was questions of, how do you feel about Adam Gase, maybe not truly wanting you, or maybe wanting someone else, or, whatever the case may have been, as how the Jets spent their money. We know that they're for an office situation, so on and so forth. Despite Lev Bell missing all of last season and sitting out because of reasons that we already know why, I still have him in the range of RB6, RB10. If you guys want to know what I actually have him ranked as, you aren't gonna want to miss when all the Rum Boys sit down together. We're gonna get Rum Boys Central on the line. We're gonna get Rum Boys Northeast on the line. Ty Boogie's gonna be here, and myself. We're all gonna be on a Google Hangout. And tomorrow is the official. It begins the first summit for the Rum Boys Fantasy Sports Network. We're gonna start ranking by position players, and we're going to start off with the running back, so you guys won't want to miss that Saturday. That'll be going down, so make sure you have your notifications on for that, because it's gonna be fun and it's gonna be hilarious. But but despite this guy right here, Lev Bell, missing the previous season, which is 2018. I still have him as being one of the top running backs in the league. During his presser, he did kind of already allude to, hey, I don't care, as long as we win the game. if he touched the ball 38 times, if he touched the ball 7 times, as long as the Jets win, I could see the Jets utilizing Lev Bell a lot, especially with that receiving core that they have. We're going to get into that. He said that he feels that Sam Darnold is going to make him a much better player because of how mobile Darnold is. Darnold's mobility, in my eyes, is subpar at best. He is a little bit more mobile than Ben. I don't know if 100%, Lev Bell is going to be getting 22, 24 touches a game. I think maybe he touches the ball 17, 18 times. What he does with those times that he touches the ball, and the passing out of the backfield. Of course, that's going to be up to him. He's still one of the most patient running backs that we've seen. He lets blocks and allows blocks to develop. I don't know if he's going to be able to do that same thing with this offensive line here, because we already saw how that offensive line was last year. McGuire is the other back behind Bell. So for those of you guys that were curious about, okay, well, handcuff situations, stuff like that. Like I said, I have Bell RB6, RB10 range. Somewhere in between there. Just because it's not like previous years where you had to go get him one or two. I do fear for the potential of the same thing that happened with Dez Bryant, where you were away from football for so long that you end up getting an injury. At least he's learning the playbook. He's learning the offense out there now. He's showing that he wants to be a part of Gase's offense. He said that he's developed a very good relationship with Adam Gase, and that everything is going to be all right. We're going to be all right. I think that he is the total offense and the offense for the Jets. But let's continue to get into it. Next up, we got Sammy D. Sam Darnold. Well, look at his face. Sam Darnold appeared in many situations, in many games, be kind of lost last year, just with some of the things that were provided from him. From the defense standpoint, they didn't really have like a true wide receiver one. Robbie Anderson didn't play the whole year. Anunua was like Anunua. They had issues at the tight end position. I think now that and their backfield was kind of like just like subpar. I mean you had Crowell, as your guy. Jets are interesting at the quarterback position. I don't see Sam Darnold to be coming off your draft boards. If a guy in your league drafts Sam Darnold, make that same face at him. Unless he's a super diehard Jets fan, but then I'd still be like, dude, could go for any other skill position. I have Sam Darnold absolutely positively not coming off the board. Period. Not even as a fringe QB2. Pardon me. Not even in a fringe QB2 type of scenario. Peroni, hell yeah. He's just not a guy. He's just not a guy in terms of fantasy football that I see with high upside, lots of potential, so on and so forth there. Yes, Rob Boys Northeast, I am. CEO life, right? For those of y'all that check this out later on YouTube, this is pre-recorded on Sportscaster First. YouTube, tweet out some of my stuff. Market me. Put me on. And maybe, I hook you guys up. Let's get into the wide receivers. Robbie Anderson. You would think that because Robbie and I have the same have the same name, that I'd be like, yeah, Robbie Anderson. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's actually the furthest thing from it. Robbie Anderson last year, compared to this year. So he did not play the entire season. So there's that first off. Okay, um, there's that first off. Don't get me wrong, he is a big play guy. He goes get the ball at the highest point. Um, he's just not. He's just not the same, um, as he once was. Just give me 1 second. I'm just trying to find something for us really quick. As long as y'all don't mind. Like he's definitely a lower tier guy that you draft. Maybe he's someone that you have on the bench in case someone gets injured, or maybe even like a week to week guy. I just don't foresee him, in the top half, of guys you go and get. Let me see something here. I believe he was trying. I'm trying to get his 2018 ranking. 1 second. 1 second, guys. Because it's so important. It's so important, to take a look at this stuff here really quick. He had missed a lot of football. I think he was there till like week 11, and then like he had missed pretty much like the remainder of the season. Um, just open up another tab here for us so that we can take a look here. Okay, so Robbie Anderson, um, not exactly. He was wide receiver one for the team. Um, he had the 24th easiest schedule for wide receivers last year. He was owned in about 72% of ESPN leagues. Um, definitely impactful when he's in the game. Like I said, this is a guy that I have him. Fantrax has him ranked as a number 62, from last year. Um, the best that you draft this guy at, maybe you have him as wide receiver like 65. Our highest, maybe he goes like wide receiver 46. Um, Not a guy that I see like super impactful, um, in terms of your fantasy team. I probably wouldn't. I probably wouldn't go for him. Just to be honest, like I said, a bench guy. He's gonna have to be healthy this year, um, in order to be effective for the team as need be. Just don't think that he's going to be very fantasy friendly for you if you're trying to build that team that wins the league, that wins your league. Um, Moving forward, now they did pick up Jamison Crowder. Um, he was fairly ineffective for Washington last year, um, but nonetheless, he is now a Jet. I could possibly see him, maybe being a sleeper guy, and maybe you go and you grab him. He's gonna fall to you. Definitely late in the rounds, like when you pretty much already have your starting lineup picked. He's gonna fall to you, kind of towards the end of the draft. Maybe if you're at the bottom of the board, and you need a guy to fill up a bench role, and maybe see how he does, week to week, and see how effective he comes out. Maybe Crowder could be that guy. Um, and then there's also, of course, Quincy Enunwa. Quincy Enunwa he's a um, big guy. I like what he does, especially in the middle of the field scenarios. Um, he's very aggressive towards getting the ball. I like him more so in PPR versus standard. Once again, probably not a guy that you're going to draft at all. Most of these receivers you're probably not going to touch, and I am just going to be completely honest with you guys. I am not wowed by the lineup of the Jets receivers. I don't even have. I think Crowder is probably the only sleeper that I see there. And like I said, he's a late guy. But between the three receivers, Robbie Anderson, Jamison Crowder, and Quincy Enunwa, not a reason to go and get them. There's no eagerness behind them. Now, a guy that you're probably going to draft in terms of skill positions, you probably are going to look at maybe, Chris Herndon, especially after, Kelsey, Kittle, those guys are gone. There's a huge, like when I tell you huge, significant drop off from that position. I'm telling you that there's a huge drop off. Maybe you have him as like your backup tight end. And many of analysts, especially here on Fantasy Pros, they have like OJ Howard above him, Hunter Henry above him, so on and so forth. He's in they have him as tight end 13. He's in the tier 4, so tier 1, of course, in terms of tight end, be it that Travis Kelce. Like Travis Kelce is just in a tier of his own. George Kittle, Zach Ertz are guys that I'd have as tier 2. I'd almost maybe want to move Herndon, like guys like Herndon, Trey Burton, that are in like this kind of tier 4 range. Where you find guys like Delaney Walker, Jordan Reed, Greg Olsen, who were big time tight ends a couple years ago. I think you could make a case maybe for Herndon to have an improved year at the tight end position, and I think maybe he could, like, by the end of the year we could be discussing him in the top 10 of tight ends. He's just right on the outside of it, 3 spots below. And he's pretty much ranked for 2019 like right underneath Delaney Walker. I like this kid. I think that this is a sleeper here. If you need a tight end, we all know that last year in terms of fantasy football, the tight end position was practically damn near a wasteland, bro. Like it was practically like, who do you have? Who do you pick up? What do you do? I was fortunate and I had Kittle. If you were a guy that had Ebron last year, you were probably eating. Of course, Kelsey's always going to be Kelsey. Zach Ertz is always going to be Zach Ertz. I like this guy. I think he's going to be a good addition to your fantasy lineup. You don't have to reach for him. He's going to be there. But this is someone that if there's realistically only 2 Jets, okay, that I see coming off of your draft board on draft day. All right, that just to cut this piece, nice and simple. I don't think that you go after any of the receivers. There's plenty of other receivers on plenty of other teams, that can hook you up. Maybe you get Robbie Anderson, but I doubt that he starts in your fantasy lineup. Like you may draft Robbie Anderson, but because he is a wide receiver 1. I mean, if you need a wide receiver 1, you need a wide receiver 1. But he's probably gonna ride your bench. You're probably gonna have like Michael Thomas, and somebody else that's there, and that's just the way that I see that. The way that I see that ball rolling. You may go like a Michael Thomas and maybe a Diggs, there, or somebody else. I'm just trying to think about who all is out there. But like Adam Humphries is a guy that I'm taking over, that I'd take over Robbie Anderson. There's just so many guys out there with upside, and so many guys that move to different teams with upside, that I just think that his stock and him, it kind of drops. Maybe even he's on the waiver wire. You go and you get him, after 3-4 weeks of the season. After you're like, okay, like this kid is out there, he's balling, he's doing his damn thing. But the only 2 Jets that you're going to go after are going to be Lev Bell and Herndon. They're the only Jets that I see that are worth this early talking about and making waves. Um, so yeah, that's my breakdown on the New York Jets. You're not getting Sam Darnold. Anu was a waiver wire guy. Crowder, waiver wire guy. You draft Lev Bell, and if you need a tight end, and you're looking at the tight ends, you're like, man, this guy has too much injuries. Like Herndon is going to go above Jordan Reed. Jordan Reed has too much injuries, too injury prone. So if you're looking and you're like, you're at the bottom of your draft board, you're like, damn, I need a tight end, or my tight end one that I got, could suffer injury or whatever the case may be. Then there's that, So that's my take on the New York Jets. I had to toss in some of the memes, the Gase face and shit like that. Le'Veon, because he screwed me over last year. I was one of those cases that drafted Bell, and was hurt by him. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, cheers to me, cheers to you, all the Run Boys and Girls. What it do? Daily. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share this video. Definitely don't forget to share this video. Like I said, especially if you're in a league, or if a Jets fan and you just want to send this to him, like, yo, look at my homie, kind of make fun of the Jets a little bit. Go for it. But like, comment, subscribe, and definitely share. Try to get as many people on board to what we're doing as possible. Gotta shout out Thrive Fantasy app. Promo code RUMBOYS will match your very first deposit. You gotta download Thrive Fantasy app on Android and iOS. Place your DFS props. You pick them, you win them, you get a little bit of cash. And then also gotta shout out Sportscaster. Everybody in the world needs to have a Sportscaster account and needs to sign up for a Sportscaster account. You can literally sign up with it with your Facebook or with your Twitter, or just right through your phone or through your email. It takes 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Okay? You can even time yourself. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, this has been an amazing clip. I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your Friday. I know that I will. And other than that, I'm out of here. Cheers. I'm ballin', no. Just walk up to the top and